So I just got off of a baddie training session with Hannah, and I'll tag her in here. And she wanted to heal like her smut stuff. Anyway, so this led down to like she was like, I noticed my left calf was bigger than my right calf, and then I was like, well, what does that mean? Like, ask your team, what does that mean? And she's like, it means sympathy. And I was like, it means sympathy. Who are you trying to get sympathy from? Is it like male stuff? Because left side for me is male, but I wouldn't have brought it up if it wasn't pertinent to here and now. And so I was like, okay, so male sugarcoating. And she started talking about diabetes, like her diabetes. And I was like, all this tells me is that it's sugarcoating something. Your smut is sugarcoating something. And I kept getting like some kind of abuse, and I was like, I don't know, was your dad like any kind of neglect, abusive? Like, how would you? And she was like, no. I mean, he's only like yelled at me once. And I was like, huh, interesting. And as she was talking, I was noticing similarities between like my stuff and her stuff. And I was like, you know, it's really interesting, Hannah, because my dad was very, very violent. Not at me, just at everything else. And so was his father. And I think a lot of people talk about like mother weight and stuff like that, and how weight will get passed down through mother and whatever. But I think it actually gets passed down through the father. I think that's actually where it comes from, because it's so unaddressed. And so it prompted me to make a manufacturing and overhauling on paternal weight specifically, and it's those words specifically. I don't really use that word that often, but it was a really cool session. It turns out that the abuse was being like passed down, and then she was actually like a dancer, and she was actually her grandmother who her hands would get stepped on. It was a wild ride. And then before that, her grandmother's grandmother was a dancer, and it was really cool. Okay,